The survival of books produced centuries ago is due to individuals and organizations that kept and preserved them. Pope Pius VI was born in 1717 and was elected Pope in 1775. Madame de Pompadour, the mistress of Louis XV, died in 1764. Although these two never met in person, today their belongings share the same room. Contarini's account of the Battle of Lepanto, owned by Pius VI, and Graziani's history of the War of Cyprus, owned by Madame de Pompadour, can be found in the Silvia Ioannou Charitable Foundation collection. The provenance of a book can be very revealing and indicative of many things relating both to the author and to the owner, to literary circles, and to the circulation of ideas at those periods. Owners leave their mark on each book, forming a traceable chain of provenance. Why books? Owners as a chain of preservation. When Silvia Ioannou started collecting books, she used a bookplate depicting an owl. These books form the basis of the Silvia Ioannou Charitable Foundation collection, and a stamp of the foundation's logo was added afterwards. The Ioannou bookplate and the foundation's logo appear in every book in the collection. But in some books, we sometimes find other signatures or bookplates. First of all, signatures of the authors themselves. For example, several of C. D. Cobham's works were presented by him with corrections in his hand. There is a presentation copy of Gladys Pito's account of her residence in Cyprus. There is a copy of Schlumberger's Sigillographie Byzantine, which he presented to Eugène de Rossière, historian of the Frankish kingdoms in the East. Given that the Foundation's collection focuses on Cyprus, there are several books that were owned by the British administrators of the island, like C. A. King Harman, H. C. Luke, and R. E. Stubbs. Ownership inscriptions and bookplates, also known as ex libris, may refer to more than one person. For example, the Mineon, or Order of Service for October, belonged to the abbot of the monastery of Kantara in Cyprus. This copy was probably used by the monks of the monastery as well. Lending libraries, such as that of W. H. Smith, were of importance in the 19th century for circulating new publications and for promoting and publicizing new books. They also had their own indication of ownership. A fascinating aspect of these indications occurs when a link between owners is formed. For example, Radzivill's book Hierosolomitana Peregrinatio, published in 1601, has a contemporary ownership or ex dono inscription on the title, dated the 29th of July, 1603. The motto Medullas non cortices in a 17th century hand is also an indication of ownership. In the 18th century, the book label of J. Gentillus was mounted on the front paste down. In the 19th century, a book stamp on the title indicates the ownership of R. S. Wazinski. Two 20th century bookplates of the collector Camille Abuswan are mounted on the front paste down and flyleaf before the owl of Silvia Ioannou completed this long journey. As we see, mottos were used as indicators of ownership. Phrases in Latin reflecting the mindset of individuals were often used. Nec temere, nec timide. Pro rege et patria. Christi crux est mea lux. Manent optima caelo. Vive ut vivas. And also in French, jamais perduon mea. And in Greek, Miden agan, the motto of Stephanos Karatheodori. Mottos in bookplates or ex libris were used as an intellectual and religious fingerprint. However, stamps were also used as a certification of accepted ideas. After World War II, the Allied occupation denazification program in Germany examined books for militarism and the expression of Nazi ideals, and were confiscated and destroyed if they did not pass the test. If successful, books bore the stamp of the Kommission zur Säuberung der Büchereien. It is now clear that acquiring an old book is not just a matter of filling the shelves of a library. It is a subtle responsibility, being part of the chain that preserves the past and forms the history of an individual book.